and welcome to Play PKN, the weekly video bulletin of the top news stories on PKN Packaging News, Australia's media hub for the packaging industry. I'm PKN's publisher, Lindy Hewson, and this week's bulletin is brought to you by KM Packaging, specialist in high-performance lidding films and shaped pre-made pouches. In the headlines this week, COVID. Packaging and printing businesses which have staff located in one of the 12 New South Wales LGAs of concern have just 3 days to ensure those staff have had at least one dose of the vaccine. From this coming Monday, staff who live in one of the 12 areas and work in another will not be allowed into work unless they can show that they've had at least one jab. The 12 areas of concern, which are located in West and Southwest Sydney, host a large number of the state's printing and packaging businesses. Now, staff living in the 12 LGAs also need a permit to travel to work, irrespective of where they work. Staff who live outside the 12 LGAs but work in one of them also need an authorised worker travel permit. The permits are available on the Service New South Wales website. Big fines do apply for those that have no permits or those who are misusing them. In Melbourne, permits to travel to work are also necessary. And the Victoria lockdown has been extended indefinitely now, much to the upset of business leaders there. Meanwhile, COVID's impact on family-owned and operated Australian commercial print business CBS Printing has led to its investment in a packaging line and to creating a full-service, end-to-end solution for food manufacturers, partly funded by cost savings over the last few years from its solar energy installation. Now, this pandemic-induced pivot has transformed the company into a thriving one-stop shop food packaging business co-created by a network of partners who can supply all the requirements for a ready meal maker who needs the food processed, packaged and delivered to the retailer. A great good news COVID story. Well done to CBS Printing and the team. The impact of the pandemic has affected SMEs in different ways, with many overwhelmed by the day-to-day operation of their businesses alone. And to this end, the Australian Packaging Covenant Organisation, APCO, has introduced a new streamlined reporting process to help member small and medium enterprises report on their sustainability progress as efficiently as possible. APCO CEO Brooke Donnelly said that by cutting the red tape, SMEs can now more easily fulfil their responsibility for managing their packaging waste, while continuing to identify new ways to improve their overall approach to managing it in a way that brings value to their business as well as to the environment. Now, on the subject of bringing value to the environment, brewing giant Lion is set to remove 630 tonnes of plastic per year through its latest sustainability target of removing plastic shrink wrap and plastic beer bottle labels by 2023. The plastic shrink wrap will be completely eliminated in the next 2 years, the company said. For the 4X brand alone, removing shrink wrap will reduce its total plastic use by 70%. Now, Lion's head of sustainability, Libby Davidson, said it was undoubtedly an aggressive strategy and saying we can go further. And we've identified an opportunity here to address 2 significant sources of plastic in our supply chain. Well done, Lion. Now, speaking of reducing plastic, the trend to cut plastic tags on bread bags continues. Coles' own brand, together with its bakery partners, including Goodman Fielder, has initiated a trial to replace the plastic bread tags with, of course, new cardboard tags. These are recyclable via curbside collection. The trial, which started in June with a view to roll out in 2022, will apply to 254 varieties of Coles' own brand bread. Who knew there was so much choice in the bread aisle? Now, once rolled out nationally, this will result in the diversion of approximately 223 million pieces of plastic, or 79 tonnes from landfill each year. Wow. Lastly, not least, we have news from Result Group, who is playing a crucial role in a Victorian government pilot trial to boost Australian table grape traceability for high-value export markets. Australia's table grapes are the nation's largest fresh horticulture export, valued at $800 million with $623 million in export product, and 90% of this comes out of Victoria. Working with the Australian Table Grape Association, Result will apply unique serialized GS1 digital link-enabled QR code labels, big mouthful, to export table grapes, allowing the automated collection of data from farm and supply chain. That can then be shared with consumers to authenticate the food's precise origin and engage with the brand through an open platform smartphone scan. This will cover consumer pack units, cases and pallet codes, as well as time and temperature logging, which will be captured through the Everything Product Cloud database. Well, that's the wrap for this week, plastic, cardboard and otherwise. For more on today's stories and many others besides, you know where to go. packagingnews.com.au. That's all from me, Lindy Houston. Thanks for watching and stay safe.